Okay, so something I want to talk about, and I feel like it's a really interesting theory that I gave no credibility towards. I've seen a few people talk about it, and I'm like, this is not happening. This is not the route they're going for. But I decided maybe we should talk about it in some way. So there was an opening scene, and I believe it was episode 5, where we see the opening scene of Chris, Keith, and his dad hunting in the woods, where they see the alien. Then the alien plays some type of part. I just don't know exactly what it is. But something I really find interesting is that Chris pretty much hates his dad. And it's more justified because obviously what his dad put him through his entire life. But he doesn't have really a reason to hate his brother Keith. He killed his original brother. His brother Keith in this universe is obviously this racist guy. He probably doesn't, F with him in some way. But, you don't really know because he did fuck with his dad a little bit. And his dad was openly racist and in the regular, that's his real dad. I almost wonder if, this theory is correct, and I don't want to take credit for it. I've seen it a few times. People are saying, what if Keith, Captain Triumph, ends up helping the 11th Street kids? And I don't think there's too much credibility here, but it's something I really find interesting. It would really, if he went to this thing where Chris is trying to get to Keith to try to put them together, like, you're my brother still in some way, there's a lot of plot holes with it. Like, he'll find out that Chris killed his regular brother. It poses a really interesting thing that what if he does help the 11th Street kids? What if he doesn't actually want to be this racist and live kind of this thing? And Peacemaker just goes to see how his brother Keith may be awesome and sick and cool in every universe, and he isn't just an asshole in this universe as well, and he doesn't really know his brother. What if Keith is actually more of a good guy in some way in this universe where he has kind of this redeeming thing where he saves, he helps out or whatever it is, but then dies in the process? And I'm adding this little thing here that they've played so much with it. He might just sacrifice himself, and Peacemaker has to now live with killing his brother and then seeing his brother die again. Brother's not this bad guy that he can't, just can't write off in some way. Like, yeah, my brother's an asshole. It's whatever. He sees what Keith is in another universe that is racist, and that's the thing you do is what exactly that is. And he's like, wow, Keith, even in that world, is a good guy, leading him to think like the Keith that would have been in his world if he didn't die would have been an amazing guy as well. And of course, they keep teasing the relationship, not teasing, but showing the relationship between Chris and Keith, where Chris just loves Keith, and obviously rightfully so, because in the moment he doesn't know exactly what the hell universe this is, but also he's seeing the brother he killed actually grow up. They play so much into this, and I find it very appealing to see that. But also, I could see the way that Keith is just an asshole and he has to kill Keith again. Let me know if you're thinking this theory down below. I feel like it's very interesting. I feel like we could see something like this.